Hey guys, how we doing? I'm Yalek, and excuse me, it's Thursday, and we're going to be doing War Factory. See what we've got here. One of these standard solo layouts, usually from over here. I don't normally do it the Zooka way. This is not one I would particularly want to approach with Warrior. Let's see. Shock, shock, shock. Could be done, a lot of damage, probably not going to live. Do need to do some mine clearance if we're doing that. Bullet ends up over there. Let's see, bullet ends up over there. He taunts this stuff. There is a blaster, so maybe a critter. Well, we also need a critter out here. So shock, shock in that case. Oh, and back here on the grapplers. Yeah, probably not one I want to do, at least in one hit with the warriors. And not usually at one that I do with the Zookas. So the question is, what do we do here? Because I don't see, yeah, 5 grapplers is that? 2 over here, 3 over there. A bunch of doom cannons in the middle, and a blaster this way. So, well, how about this? I mean, we can try doing some setup stuff and then doing warriors, I guess, for something interesting. If we're going to do setup, it looks like there's some GBE down here to be had. I think the best thing to get all of that would be some Grenadiers. Might as well try to hack a couple things. I'm not really sure what. Trying to take some heat off the warriors. Well, I'll tell you what. Not something I normally do, but we could go and hack the shock launchers over there. That would make life easier. Can try to hack these out. Maybe clear mines on the first hit. And see where we are at that point, I guess. I don't know, because this is very standard, very familiar. Like I said, if you're going for the solo, AZ, or heavy Zooka over here, and a couple shocks if it's heavy Zooka, several if it's all Zooka, at least 4 there. But let's not do that. So I guess that's what we'll do for something different here. Which means I'm going to have to do this by hand because I have very few loadouts that involve Grenadiers. I'd say the health was like 6.5. Is that what I saw? Let's get Sparky. Probably 2 setup hits. I mean, what the heck? Is that the wind I'm hearing outside? It's either the wind or it's pouring like a bastard. Interesting. Alright. So, let's see. Hack those guys. Wouldn't mind getting rid of that one too. This rocket launcher here, that does range a little bit. And building health 355, building damage plus 82%. And yeah, almost 640. So what the heck? I mean, I actually see, I don't think these rocket launchers are relevant. So I'm just going to stick over here. I'm going to hack those 3 things out and clear some mines. That's what we're going to go for. So Yeah, we're doing it. Boom cannon right on the beach there, so let's not walk into that. And we're going to let Sparky walk up. Hopefully she doesn't walk out of that smoke. I've had her do that. Let's see what she selects. Perfect. We can double hack because she selected the rocket nearest her, which means we can go like this. And we get both of them. She is just using proximity as her default now. So if you can get closest to the thing you'd like to hack second, you can use a flare and redirect her. Now that second one, did that range or no? We really wouldn't have had the, well, we could have had the GBE for it perhaps. But that's fine. We'll take the time over here, clear some mines. I don't know that we need these, but whatever. And what else could we do here? A little bit of GBE. Not hugely important one way or another. Don't know what the health on these is, but you know what? We actually have the Grenadiers. And doesn't look like it's all that high. We have the Grens, and things are still cheap in terms of GBE. Well, some things are, artillery in particular. So this should get us a bunch of GBE down here. Getting ready to run away. Do have endless on this account, so that's helpful. But have already pressed the retreat button so that when we need to get out of here, we can do so in a hurry. Maybe just try to knock these guys down and simplify some things a little bit back here. That should be just about dead, and if not, then actually we're gonna let those guys work. Is there a, yeah, there's definitely a chance that we get that. And that should knock out both of those. I don't know that that's very important, but that's what we decided, so we're doing it. That won't count because it was after I already pressed retreat. I don't know that that Grenadier strategy is going to get us much more GBE, but let's see where we're at. Anyway, that was a pretty healthy farm down there, and I'll take that. So we are still looking at 1, 2, probably 3. Well, we could get away with 2 shocks and a critter. This does range a little bit, but if we're doing 2 shocks and a critter, that would be a re-critter. What the heck? Let's just switch over to warriors and try it, I guess. Could do more setting up there if you want. Actually, for giggles. What am I looking for? That. Just for fun and trying to make this extra easy. Can go ahead and take out these 2 guys and probably get this other shock launcher as well, and then just not even have to worry about them. These, I'm thinking they might cause a little extra splash, which will be annoying. It's not a huge deal if we leave them, but what the heck. That was, what, 1 attack? So, in case you're not familiar with what's happening here, I'm going to put Everspark as close as possible to the thing that I would like her to hack second, in case you haven't heard me say this before. Now, there is a blaster over here, up there, so we're going to throw a critter into this. Now, I'm going to hit the hack button, and she selects the tower nearest her. I redirect her with this flare, and then I wait for my resmoke. And get that hack button hit as quickly as possible a second time. So let's see, going like that, and I think she's gonna probably go like that. And up that way, and I think we're good there. Those critters are causing a momentary distraction. Is there anything else we could? Nothing really. There are other things we could hack, but yeah, the Doom Cannon up there's gonna make sure you die. I hate it when you hack something and it doesn't die. Is there a possibility we could kill this as well? Save another shock. Looks like it's a pretty good chance. And if it doesn't drop, then it will be very easy to kill next time around, but it dies. So now we would be looking at still the one shock down here, still the one shock and a critter out there. And there's nothing else we can really do with that because of the Doom Cannons and such. Can't hack those because they're prototypes. So pretty much everything that was that's just 2 attacks. Yeah. I mean, at least this shtick gives us something to do when it's a boring layout like this. We keep getting these really old, stale, boring layouts, and I, for one, am not a fan. Now, here's how do we want to play this? Because there are grapplers down here. Gonna need to 2-smoke the beach. Probably want to gather up on this crate. I'd like to move over to this sniper, actually. From the sniper, flare up and over to the HQ. That should give us a pretty decent line up these snipers. I'm also worried about where Bullet's going to be and where he's going to land. I really want him to land like right next to this machine gun and Doom Cannon. So hopefully we can get him to do that. And the 2 shocks and a critter. So let's see. Okay, not too shabby there. And then we'll use this sniper tower as our next little waypoint. And then we're gonna flare to the ground up here. And Bullet, I really need you not to be running out of smoke right there. Could have saved the smoke in there as well, and that would have been great, but didn't happen. Gonna get this shock out a little early, the critter shock after. 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000, 7, 1008. And med kit, do not have anything for a med kit. Bullet's about to be grabbed, I think. Nope, grapplers were still taunted. Interesting. I had expected that they would turn and grab him almost right away there. And what did we lose? It looks like we lost 3. And that's what the body count says too. What do we have for time? We got a little bit of time. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway. I feel like John Madden here. Let's go to the tapes. So, gather up at the crate at the beach. Your troops should naturally move kind of towards that anyway, because it's in most cases the closest defense. That is a straight line upwards, more or less, or as close as we can get. In this case, if you look at the bottom of your screen to your top of your screen, from where this crate is to where this is, that is the nearest thing to a straight line as you're going to get. Bullet does pop out of smoke over here. That worried me. He's running along this side of these snipers. He tends to do that because you're coming from that angle over here. You turn corners and then Bullet isn't directly in line where you would want him to be. Shock, critter, shock. So let's see. The range on you. This one probably can't see him. This grappler definitely can't see him. This grappler also can't see him. Genius. Wow, that works beautifully. He did end up in that spot after all, so that's good, between the Doom Cannon and the machine gun, and that spot is a little great little hidey spot. None of the grapplers could see him to grab him, so actually it was just the blaster back there that was the only real concern for him, because a blaster does chew him up pretty quickly. So you could probably get away with 1 shock there if you followed that exact path. one shock in a critter, which would buy you a whole lot more time. Not that the time was hugely necessary. By the way, just for records, 631 on this account. So a little bit of troop health, that's handy in those situations. Plenty of GBE though. Little light on damage for my taste, but got the job done there, and that was, what, again, 640 I think we said? So, which is a fair amount of work for warriors to be doing unboosted. So, I mean, that's our gimmick here, that's what we do, but honestly, that's not necessarily how I would approach this. I'd recommend approaching with Zookas, that's really the best way, but since there's no shields, and assuming you have a little bit of universal remote ability, do like I just showed you, flare nearest the thing that you want to hack, or the thing you want to hack second, if you're going to be double hacking. If you can do a little bit of that, yeah, you've got really no excuse for failing here. I wouldn't use armor or grens on the body of that base itself. So, that said, were there lasers? Not really that I remember. So RCZM could probably clean up there. One more look at the base as it was at the beginning of the attack. That's a lot of modifiers there. Anyway, yeah, so RCZM, you'd still want to hack these two rocket launchers, but then you'd actually have a pretty decent time with Everspark and critters coming up this way, and you could just clear a bunch of stuff. Critters should keep the grapplers, blasters, doom cannons, and stuff off of your troops. So that would probably be the flat-out easiest way to beat this, and I'm probably going to go try that elsewhere. But good day for the smoky strategies if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway, that's War Factory. It's a War Factory we've seen probably 100 times before, so go out, beat it, do your own thing. If you come up with anything more interesting than Grens and Warriors, feel free to let me know, drop a comment, and say hi. I'm out. Catch you later.